Good evening again, and thank you as well for being here. My name is Connie Hungerford, and I'm very glad for the opportunity I have to meet people on this kind of occasion. This is probably one of the fitter groups of alumni that I've interacted with, and I'm, as I say, delighted to be here. This kind of gathering is probably the funnest part of my job as interim president this year. As Gil noted, this is our third Hall of Fame banquet. It's also the first formal dinner of any kind in this wonderful brand new facility, the Matchbox, for which the ribbon cutting is tomorrow. And some of you can look forward to telling your children and grandchildren then, when they finally enroll at Swarthmore, that you helped christen this facility. The Matchbox represents the college's commitment to the values that define athletics and competition that Gil mentioned. Tonight we are focused on how it will support Garnet athletes, but it also provides much needed space dedicated to our theater program, and it's an ideal venue for various community events. Perhaps most importantly, this facility represents the college's strong commitment, in accordance with our strategic plan, to the pursuit of wellness and fitness. So from yoga to Zumba classes, to health fairs and information sessions with licensed nutritionists, to the first floor fitness equipment, the Matchbox will help our entire community, students, faculty, and staff, realize important wellness goals. And finally, before we turn to dinner and then eventually the induction ceremony, I want to emphasize that this night is not just about what young college students accomplished here as athletes. It's also about what they went on to do on behalf of their communities and for society as a whole. And so as we recognize their accomplishments on the fields and courts and in the pools of competition, we also thank them and lift them up as models, as ambassadors for Swarthmore's now 150-year-old mission to serve the world. So I thank you all, and I hope you all enjoy the dinner. Thank you.
At this point, you've probably heard that this is a brand new building, a wellness, fitness, and theater structure, and this is the first official event in this building. It is not even open yet. So we are the ones christening it indeed. Thank you, President Hungerford, for your words, and Gil Kemp for your words. For those of you who don't know, Gil Kemp was a runner cross country and track during his days here, and if you check the record boards in the field house, you can see his name still prominently displayed up there. But this is a night to celebrate the third class of the Garnet Athletics Hall of Fame. I'm awed by the level of accomplishment that you reached as Swarthmore athletes. It's an exceptional place with an exceptional history of athletics that truly rivals the best. In the 130-plus years that students have represented Swarthmore in athletic competition, we've witnessed many tremendous performances, from conference and national championships to All-Americans. Garnet athletes have always strived to reach the pinnacle of their sport. Along the way, we've earned the highest levels of academic recognition. We've gone on to great professional careers, and we've brought distinction to the college community. Tonight, we pay tribute to some of the most exceptional performances in the long history of sport by inducting the 2014 class of the Garnet Athletics Hall of Fame. It was an 11-member committee comprised of coaches, alumni, and administrators who considered more than 100 nominations, deliberated the merits of each, and the impact that they had on Swarthmore athletics and the greater community. After hours of consideration, the committee gave unanimous consensus to this year's class. So without further ado, I'm pleased to introduce to you the class of 2014.
So Swarthmore taught me a lot. My education here prepared me to bail on my job 2 years later and pursue another field of work and go to graduate school, and really allowed me to pursue my passions and apply my engineering knowledge to sports sciences and help pole vaulters. That failure at the NC2A meet, wow, in athletics there's successes and failures, and those failures teach you a lot, and that also allowed me to not be afraid of failure and to do this sort of thing. So thank you very much, and thank you, Swarthmore College, for allowing anybody to try new things in different athletic endeavors.
And you know, I think the biggest thing that I wanted to tell you guys today about Swarthmore Athletics is that there's a huge social mission of the institution. I think that that really has been something that athletics has adopted, and things like Special Olympics for the athletics department and the community tennis clinics that we've run with the tennis team have just given me an experience that really made me realize how valuable and how rewarding it could be to incorporate service into your career. And so I really strove to find that with my current job. And so I have to say that Swarthmore Tennis has helped me find a great family and amazing friends and a really rewarding job. So thank you for that, and thanks again. This is just a wonderful honor.
When I matriculated at Swarthmore, playing 3 sports was something that was comfortable to me. It was something I loved to do, and I wasn't quite ready to give it up. That said, it was probably more of a challenge than I thought, and my GPA was not stellar, but I survived, and I graduated. Preseason volleyball introduced me to what college sports were all about. Jump boxes, plyometrics, training runs, and I swear I saw that very jump box in the field house. I hated that thing. So by day 3 of preseason, I had to, make it back up the stairs in Danawell to get to my room, and I was quite pleased there were no other people around to see me hobble up the stairs. I did survive. I made some of the best friends I had in those first few weeks, and I'm very pleased that we were able to play together for 4 years.
So saying that Swarthmore was pivotal in my life is an understatement. Swarthmore defines me and my family. So thank you, Swarthmore. Thank you to the college for admitting me in the first place, and thank you to all those swimmers who shared Ware Pool. Thank you to Sue and Leash for pushing me and for putting up with me. Thank you to my parents, Ron and Kay, for writing me letters every day and traveling 12 hours to see the meets, always cheering, even if I couldn't hear you underwater. Thank you to that cute boy, Chad Tarr. You were always there for me, from swimming with me for nationals when there was no one to train with, and raising our 2 amazing kids. And finally, thank you to Rivers and Sawyer. Your talents and spirits inspire me, and you offer me the chance to reflect on the journey that brought us here together. Thank you.
I can't help but think, after listening to all these inductees, how I hope that in 57 years they will have the memories that my husband had of Swarthmore and of soccer and of lacrosse and of his coaches, whom none of you probably even know, but Coach Dottie, and the people that he worked with. The memories of being at Swarthmore and being part of his team were so important to him. And when we came back to Swarthmore and he was made honorary coach at 2 soccer games, his chest just swelled. He was so excited to be part of this school and this athletic event, these athletic events.
And how will they characterize this group? Well, first of all, they're intelligent. Yet at the same time, they are physically and mentally tough. They're not going to give in to you. They're self-disciplined. They did what they were told to do when they had to do it. They were tenacious. It's hard to imagine a team that's number 1 in the country in defense, but it'd be nothing to take a ball carrier down with 4 or 5 guys on them and pick them up, pat them on the backside, and send them in the right direction back to the huddle. And 30 seconds later, they're ready to roll again. That's just the way they were. Tenacious, but yet gentlemen at all times.